We are back with a brand new video. What is good, Heat Nation? And we are back with another recap of the Miami Heat's season. This time recapping the loss to the Golden State Warriors off a back-to-back, off of last night's win in Portland. We lose against the Warriors, and yeah, man. I mean, to be honest, I'm not even gonna lie. Before we get into it, obviously leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel. I'm not even too mad, bro. I cannot be mad. To be honest, I really liked how we fought and played throughout the most part of this game. And even in like the first early parts of the season, I couldn't really be mad at losses. It was just how we lost. Tonight, I know we lost the game and we fell to 2-4, but like, I can't really be mad with how we lost. Just because I thought we played with a lot of energy and we fought really hard, man. I mean, it's very hard to beat a Golden State Warrior team, the defending champions, off a back-to-back when they're shooting 50% from the field, almost 40% from three, and 87% from the free throw line. We're on the road, obviously, and we're shooting only 44% from the field, 32% from three. Like, our splits were considerably worse than theirs. And yeah, I mean, we just did not capitalize on some of the open looks we had. But to be honest, I thought we had some great looks. Tyler had a lot of great looks, man. Tyler played terribly. I'm not going to lie. This was probably his worst game of the season, like by far. He just didn't really have an impact on the game. And it seemed like, if Tyler is scoring, then you at least have that. But when his shots are not falling, it's like, do you expect him to do much on the defensive end? No. I know a lot of people want to say his defense is improving, which I don't think it's as bad as it was in the past, but he's still someone that the team is going to just go at like they did. The Warriors put him in every single pick and roll, and he just did not really show the effort needed. A lot of his closeouts were lazy. He wasn't fighting through screens. And obviously, we all know he's not the best one-on-one defender. So he was a liability. He was a liability tonight. I'm not gonna lie. I was very surprised that he closed out the game, because our best basketball was not with Tyler on the court. We were actually making those runs with Gabe and Caleb. I was confused that Spo inserted Tyler back in, even though he's obviously a much better offensive player. Gabe had it rolling tonight. With a couple of threes, and I thought Caleb played some amazing defense, man. Until the end, I didn't really think Steph really went off until the fourth, and the fourth was, majority of the points in the fourth were with Tyler on him. Every time Tyler was on him, he was taking advantage of the mismatch. Yeah, I don't think Steph really, did anything special until, they put Tyler on him. So that's why I was a little bit confused when we took out Gabe, we took out Caleb. I would have liked the closing lineup to be either Lowry or Gabe at the 1, Max at the 2, Jimmy at the 3, Caleb at the 4, and Bam at the 5. I thought that would have been a much better closing lineup than having Tyler out there, even though, like I said, Tyler's a superior offensive player. He was a liability tonight because every time he was on the court, the Warriors were just going at him every single time, and it was not pretty to watch. I thought Jimmy had a phenomenal game. I thought even though Steph had 33, 9, and 7, you could argue that Jimmy was the best player on the floor. 27, 8, and 6, but his impact was a lot deeper than the box score. He was just doing a lot of the little things that could help us win this game. I thought Bam was phenomenal as well. Took advantage of a lot of mismatches. And he didn't, no one really did well on the glass tonight. We got out rebounded. He was our leading rebounder though, and that's another thing. If you're Tyler Herro, if your shot is not falling, we need you to get on the glass and help with rebounds. Like Herro, Lowry, like all these guys have to pitch in. Like Lowry, I'll give credit, had 5 rebounds. Caleb only had 1. That has to be a lot better. But the Warriors were getting a ton of offensive rebound opportunities, and that was a very, very big reason as to why we lost this game. Was the offensive rebounds. All in all, though, having said all of that, if Tyler had an average game, I believe we would have won this game. If he had showed up at all, because he was a negative tonight. Even if he was not like a big positive, if he was just a little positive, we would have won this game tonight, in my opinion. And, obviously getting out rebounded was the other big reason why we lost this game. We did not make shots from the 3-point line as efficiently as we did last night. And we got out rebounded. And yeah, it was a tough scene. Dwayne Dedmon did not play, so that opened up some more minutes for Nikola Jovic, who scored 4 points. But even him, it's very hard for Jovic to play against this team because, again, Jovic is not the most athletic guy, and not, like, forget center. He's not a center in general, but he's just not the most athletic player. So it's very hard to keep up with the Warriors' actions because you don't know if Draymond's gonna hand off to Stephen Curry. You don't know if he's gonna fake the handoff. You don't know if he's gonna touch pass. You don't know if he's gonna shoot. Like, it is very confusing to guard that to guard the Warriors' actions because of Steph Curry's gravity. That's what it's based off of. And again, there were some bonehead decisions at times by some players on this team. Like, I don't really remember who it was, but every time Clay was coming off a screen, it seemed like he was open, and he was missing a lot of shots. But like, I knew at one point those shots were gonna go in. Like, bro, like, Clay is too good of a shooter to keep going under each screen, and it was very confusing. He got hot in the third. He had a couple of shots in a row. Those were really momentum shifters to me. And yeah, we cannot keep doing that, especially against this team. This team is extremely good at making you pay if you go under a screen, and they made us pay at times for sure. Obviously, we see this team again in Miami. I think we play the Kings and then we played the Warriors again. To be honest, bro, I don't think we played as bad as people would say. Even though the scoreline is like a 13-point loss, it was a lot closer than that throughout the game. And we can keep up with this team, which is a good sign to see. These are the defending champions, even though they haven't been off to the great start. We all know what this team is capable of, and to see the Heat keeping up with this team on a back-to-back, shorthanded for a little bit. We were missing 3 rotational pieces. It's encouraging, and it's definitely a lot better than it was previously. Against Chicago, against Boston, against Toronto in the second half. Like, we're playing a lot better than we were. So this road trip, even though we're 1-1, we haven't won both games, I can still take away positives and say, you know what? At least we're improving. And even though we're 2-4, which is, I don't know where we stand right now in the East. It's way too early, in my opinion, to look at standings. Even though we're 2-4, I can still confidently say that this team is improving, and we are finally starting to figure it out on both ends. We just have to put it together cohesively and cut out the little mistakes here and there, because those are the ones that hurt us. But overall, I'm impressed by how we are bouncing back after a tough start to the season. So again, not too many complaints from me. We are back at it. I'm pretty sure we are back at it on Monday. Not Monday. What am I saying? Saturday, against the Sacramento Kings, who currently are playing the Memphis Grizzlies. And actually, I think they just lost to the Memphis Grizzlies. Again, not going to be an easy game. Even though Sacramento's 0-4, they're still a very young, feisty bunch, and I expect us to win that game. But again, we cannot take them for granted. And then we played the Warriors, obviously, again in Miami to end our road trip. So yeah, I mean, I think that we're starting to put it together, and I think that the team is starting to play cohesively. We're starting to get a feel of everyone's rhythms and strengths and weaknesses, and I think that come the homestand, which is the Warriors on Tuesday, I think we'll be able to put together a nice run to get back into that upper echelon of the Eastern Conference. But yeah, again, not mad, but disappointed that we lost, but not terribly, upset about it because of the way we played. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, man. Do you guys think we blew that game? What was the reason we lost this game? Are you guys mad? Are you guys disappointed? Like, to me, I'm not as mad as I was after Boston, Chicago. I still think that we've been improving, and those are positive signs to take away from this. So yep, we're going to wrap it up here. Back at it on Saturday against the Kings. We'll definitely be doing a recap for that game. I'll see y'all later as always.